Hey, I'm Jessi.
Hi, I'm Cherie.
Hey, you guys, I'm Jessi, and welcome to the first Truth in the Story that I am doing with another person. We met this week at Art Basel, and so we thought we'd sit down and chat, hang out, and yeah.
I'm so excited to talk about art frazzle drama.
Art Frazzle? What? Yeah, and like fun fact, we only crossed paths one time. So I don't really know what she's been up to. She doesn't know what I've been up to. So it should be pretty interesting. But we also might just get kind of, deep and super reflective on like some of the deeper meaning behind what's going on at Art Basel.
The underground
The
of art basel.
underground. Do you want to introduce yourself?
So my name is Cherie. I am a creative. I do photography as a hobby, but I also am a stylist and I'm in bridal and fashion industry as well. And then another side of me is hospitality, which I was kind of just born into. My father was a chef, so I grew up in hospitality.
So you know how to
And
cook?
um, yes, I know how to cook. I
Oh,
don't know
wow.
how
Okay.
well you think I cook, but yeah, I know how to cook.
I love that.
Thank you. So yeah, Muffin is my dog.
Oh
I've
my
had her for two
gosh.
years, but she's 9 years old. I didn't want to leave her at home.
Well, I don't ever leave all of her at home,
Yeah,
so
no.
she's welcome to be here. I mean, I wasn't going to introduce myself because this is my channel, but I realized some of you might not even know who I am. But I am Jessi with mylifeasjessio. Welcome to my channel. We're all about lifestyle, travel, and empowering you to like go after your dreams, live your best life. You don't have to stick to like what's the status quo. Like life is beautiful and wonderful. Being you, being unique, and being your true self is the best way you can be. So, yeah. I wanted to touch on how Art Basel even started. Do you know that story? Like how long it's even been an art fair here in Miami?
So I know that the original Art Basel is from Basel, Switzerland.
Right.
And then they also do one, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in Hong Kong.
Yes, yes.
Um,
And in Paris. They
and
have a
Paris
Paris one
too.
now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must be so much fun. I
I
love
know.
Paris.
I know, but it's during like I think it was in October, so it was like
Okay.
cold and rainy. I was
Uh,
like,
yeah.
I'll just go to Miami.
Miami, way better. Can't go wrong with this. I mean, come on,
Right?
it's December right now.
Yeah. So this was my second one. Last year was my first year going. Have you
Okay.
been to several or?
So, yes, I've been to several. I've been actually working at Art Basel in one way or another for like the past 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah,
Wow. Yeah,
yeah,
because you're like actually in the mix.
yes. I'm in the mix behind the scenes at Art Basel a little bit.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
So, like, do you have any like interesting kind of like crazy stories like celebrities you met or anything like that?
Well, I didn't meet celebrities directly, but their
Hmm.
assistants were coming to pick up passes.
Oh,
And
okay.
so I don't want to say the brand that I was working for privacy reasons, but
Hmm.
definitely Gunna was there, purchasing art. He was like the
Okay.
first choice person, he gets to
Oh.
choose. Is the VIPs that come in on Wednesday and Thursday, the serious buyer
Ah.
art buyers, and then
Yes.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday it's open to the public. So the first 2 days of Art Basel are really for the true art collectors and
Hmm.
celebrities and VIPs who want to purchase the art.
So yeah, I noticed that this year too because I actually reached out to some of the fairs and the shows, and I was like, "Hey, here's my portfolio of work. If you'd like me to come create content, interview some of the artists and the guests, and I'd love to come." And they loved it, and they gave me press accreditation. And I noticed they had those VIP preview days,
Yes.
and I was just thinking, oh, fewer crowds and like blah blah blah. But to your point, it's about getting
Yes.
first dibs on the art
Yes, that's what it's all
because they
about.
are selling the art. I have to keep on reminding myself like they're selling this stuff. This is not
Yes.
just like a gallery to come like
Absolutely.
enjoy
Just
art.
stroll through. I mean, that's kind of
Yeah.
what it becomes on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the true art collectors are out there early in the week and when there's no crowds and
Mm-hmm.
there's first choice from let's say 12 to 7 and
Yeah.
then preview is the next crowd that's open that gets like whatever second dibs I guess
Wow.
on and that's from, the later hours on.
Okay. Awesome. Have you ever bought any artwork during Art Basel?
I have. I
Oh,
actually
okay.
bought not from the convention center, but I've definitely bought art off people on the street before,
Mm-hmm.
especially people that are just selling their arts on the sidewalks. I just feel for
Yeah.
whatever, I just feel like a more of a connection.
Oh, that's sweet.
And I'm just like, you know what? If you have it to be sitting in the street and selling your art and you're actually talented, I'm
Then
like,
you'll get
yes,
it.
I need this.
That's
Absolutely.
awesome. Yeah, I would say I think I saw one guy doing that here on the beach, and he was trying to sell me like a painting he did of Chucky. He
Oh.
was like, "You know the movie, right?" And I was like, "Why would I want that staring at me at my house? Like, do I look like I would be interested?"
Oh my God.
On the
Oliver
street
didn't like
anyway.
that one
No, he was
either.
like, "No, Chucky.
He's like, no, Chucky.
No, Chucky,
Yeah, no, I
no."
guess it depends like on your perspective on art. If you are a movie buff and you love horror movies, which I've met many people who have just like this
This
gory,
obsession.
yeah, fascination with
Oh my
gore and
gosh, no.
horror, then it might be your thing. But yeah.
What kind of art do you usually gravitate towards?
So I really enjoy abstract art, but
Oh,
I
okay.
also enjoy surrealism. Surrealism
Hmm.
is like how Salvador Dali does like, like the melting clock or like you
Oh,
see
okay.
various things in one image. It's like, but you have to look closely because
Oh, okay. I
I
saw
don't know how to
something.
explain it,
I think
but
I went to a show that is that type of art, and I'm trying to remember the guy's name.
yeah.
It's an Italian guy. Oh my gosh. But yeah, there was like, you had to get up close to the art and look at all of the little details and the characters. But his had a sense of humor as well. Do
Okay.
you like things with
Yeah, with like
like a
with a little
little,
hidden meaning.
yeah.
I am fascinated with like shock value
Hmm.
art that's like kind of like whoa, like it's kind of like shocking. Like what is that?
Going so much.
Like I
Oh
don't
my
know. I get
gosh.
like a kick out of that kind of stuff. Like
Oh my
it's not something
gosh.
that you see every day.
That's super funny. Like whenever you're styling people for Art Basel, I'm assuming you get more requests around the Art Basel week and like are people like really seeking to really up their style, that
So,
week.
I mean, me personally, I have not dressed anyone for Art Basel in particular.
Okay.
Usually, it is either like a portrait for a magazine, or maybe like a music video, or
Mm.
a wedding, or like a red carpet event. People need like special looks for that.
Yeah.
But for Art Basel, I usually see just like people just pulling out, those special pieces in their wardrobe that they're like a little too shy to wear on the regular basis, but during Art Basel, it's completely
You're like,
socially
yeah,
acceptable.
exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So
Do you dress differently during Art
you
Basel?
know,
You're behind the scenes, but
this year I really wanted to, but I didn't really get a chance because I was
didn't get a chance. How do you
I
not get a chance to like wear
well,
what you want to wear?
so the last day that I was actually able to enjoy, which was Sunday, I worked a fashion show as a stylist and I dressed in all black because that's just what like people behind the scenes do. Like if you're behind
Gosh,
the
I don't
scenes,
get that. I really don't get that, but
yeah, I don't know what it is. I just follow it. And all the others, there was two other stylists and they all came in all black too. So I was like,
I'd be
okay.
like, I'm gonna wear yellow today.
Yeah, I don't know why I follow that rule. It's just something that I've just learned, I guess. I don't know.
Mm.
Like I just wore a little very simple tank top and some baggy jeans because
Oh,
I
okay.
wanted to be comfortable.
Boring.
I know it's boring. But today I'm wearing these nice
Yeah.
boots.
Yeah, looking
Yes.
cute. Yes, we
Thank
love the
you.
fit. We'll give you guys a fit check. Don't worry, we'll give you a fit check.
Yeah.
For me, I would say that I definitely still dress kind of like more expressively, I guess you would say, on a regular basis. But there are like I know there's certain places that I go where people are just gonna be like, whoa, like what's going on? Like I'm gonna totally out my sister on this. Like I've even shown up to like some family thing and my sister has been like, "Is that glitter on your face?" And I'm like, "Yeah, girl,
Yes.
don't you love it?" Like, you know what
Why
I mean?
not?
Like, why not? Like I was definitely not holding back, whereas maybe other places I might hold back a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be like, okay, I'll wear the hat, but maybe I won't put glitter like all over my eyes today. One or the other. But yeah, I mean, I think that we all have to practice just like these dogs. Like being ourselves. And I've asked people before, what is fashion to you? And I've gotten so many interesting responses.
Okay.
What would you say fashion means to you?
So, at least me personally, for
Hmm.
fashion, I dress according to my mood and how I'm feeling for the
Yeah.
day. Sometimes I'm feeling like more natural and like earthy. Sometimes I want to be sexy. So it just really depends on my mood. I don't have like a set style, but I
Yeah.
definitely enjoy a lot of color in my outfits. And I that's what immediately when I first met you, I was like, "Oh my God, the her color combination, the textures,
Oh.
everything." I was like, "She got it right." So,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, I was dressed in pink and green when we
Yeah.
met. Yeah, and had blue shoes on and strawberry socks. So, yeah, a lot
Yes,
of
I actually
things.
got photos of your socks and shoes too.
Yes.
So,
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited
I
to
have
see
to upload
those.
those.
I mean, yeah, I don't always wear a bunch of colors. I will admit that. I do love playing with textures and different
Yes.
patterns. I've actually had someone that knew me from college slide into my DMs one time, and she was like, just FYI, those patterns don't go together. She was like, it's too much. And I was just like,
Too much for who? You?
yeah, like obviously I like it if I'm posting the photo
Right.
on Instagram. Like,
Wow. Was she a stylist?
no,
No,
like
not even. It wasn't like I'm texting you and I'm like, girl, no.
no. But I think the point is like fashion is like what you want it to be. Like if you believe like we do that it's self-expression and it's like what you're feeling that day and that moment, that vibe, then whatever it is, it's great.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
sure, some people are going to resonate with it and love it and appreciate it, and some people are going to be like, is she okay?
Yeah.
But that's all right because it's you.
Yeah, it's you. And here's the thing, we're in Miami. People in
Mhm.
Miami, maybe in New York, you look completely normal. You walk down the street, no one's going to question your style because there's
Mhm.
plenty of fashion people in New York. But
Yeah.
Miami is a different kind of place. It's, first of all, the weather has a lot of impact on how people dress. It's
Hmm.
humid in the summer, so people want to wear like athleisure, like things that don't show their sweat, the least amount of clothing
Pretty
possible.
much, yeah.
So, in places like this, sometimes when you dress, you kind of could get funny looks because people are just not used to seeing it. But,
Yeah,
you go to New York and you're a normal
right.
person.
But I will tell you guys, walking around dressed like this, I actually just get tons of compliments here in
Yes.
Miami. Like, people love it. And when I say people, I mean like older people, younger people, men, women, like everyone will stop and be like, I love your outfit. I love the way you're dressed. Look so cute, like whatever.
Yes.
I think that goes into like kind of the spirit of creativity that's at least here right now.
Yes. Yes.
Have you ever heard someone say that before, the spirit of
No. No,
creativity?
but I love it.
Yeah,
I'm all about it.
during Art Basel, like this week, there has been like this really strong spirit of creativity. And I feel like it all starts with people come here with the intention to like see something beautiful. So, like, they're waking up with this already positive intention that's being motivated by their passion for like the arts and like seeing people creatively express themselves, which comes out of the other person's spirit. So it's like it's kind of like it's a spiritual connection when you
Absolutely.
resonate with what someone else has created. And like I just felt like that was just not every single place, but most places throughout the week. Like, have you noticed that too?
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely sense a change of the energy in the city.
Hmm.
Everyone's excited to see the artwork.
Yeah.
I know that I get really inspired. Sorry. I get really
Muffin.
inspired doing Art Basel like fashion wise,
Uh-huh.
networking wise. Like I'm always excited who I'm gonna meet. I'm always meeting people from all over,
Yeah.
and just like connecting with other fellow creatives, which is something that I don't do enough. So during Art Basel, it's like if you don't do it now, then like come on.
Right.
So so yeah, it's a really inspiring time for me personally too. I always feel
Hmm.
like I want to make art when I come home. I'm like, I'm gonna do this. I
Yes.
see people doing this. I want to do this.
Yes.
So
I know. I love it so much. Did you see like the little interview that I posted today on Instagram
yes.
with the girls? Yeah, I was in Art Basel, like at the convention center. I saw these two girls, like their energy, their style, and I was like, "Hey, can I ask you guys a couple of questions?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure." And so that's how that all came about. And they said what you just said. They felt so inspired and they're super excited to go back home to New York to their studios and just like start creating and create more. And then an interesting point one of the girls made was that she doesn't want to be afraid to create
Yes.
anymore.
Yes. Breaking out of that like artistic block. And I've had art personally artistic blocks before, and it's like you know it's in you, you know it's within you, but
Mm,
for some reason you're just like won't act upon it. And I think when Art Basel comes around in the year, it's like you're surrounded by it, you're really inspired by it, and you're like, yes, like I for me, I see people and I'm like, if they can do this, I can do this too, like
yeah,
why
you
not?
can.
It's just really inspiring
Right.
to be able to experience one full art week,
Hmm.
and be surrounded by all these professionals and artists and creatives, and it's just truly the best time of the year.
Yeah, it honestly is. Oh, there's a huge boat coming too. Look, a barge
Oh wow.
full of shipping containers. You guys, I hope you appreciate this very active spot that we've chosen.
Yeah.
And now the tide is rising and splashing up
Splashing
here.
everywhere.
So we
It's
might get
beautiful.
wet too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Got some serious fishermen out here too. It's a nice, beautiful
Yeah,
mixed crowd.
it really is. I love coming over here. I really do.
Yeah, the networking and the connections is really, really, it's an important time of the year because you never know who you're going to meet,
Yeah.
and for me, when it comes to creating art, I think like having a community and people who are like similar minded and kind of
Hmm.
doing the same things, it's so important to be around people who are doing that, just so you can learn from people and you can work together to create new
Right.
projects and you know
Collaborate. Yeah.
collaborate.
Exactly. Do things like this, like we
That's
are
what we're doing right
now.
now.
And it's just incredible how far people travel to. And everyone was still like so kind and so genuine. Oh, it was an interesting thing. So it was on the last day I went to Untitled Art. Have you been to Untitled Art?
I have.
So I didn't make it until the very last day and it was like about to close.
Oh my.
And I went into the Delta Lounge and met some lovely people there. And one ended up being a fashion designer.
Oh
I didn't
wow.
even know. She like complimented my outfit and like asked me to look at her so that she could take a picture.
Wow.
And like I reposted what she put in my stories. You probably saw it. We were just talking about like the spirit of creativity and everything and how she was saying how everyone has been so kind and just so nice and just like absolutely lovely people like throughout the entire week. And I was like, yeah, girl, where can we go next where we can maintain like this type of community because it's just like so great. It's a shame it's like it's only during like Art Basel. And like I also pick up on these types of vibes when I go to fashion weeks as
Yeah.
well. Do you kind of like get sad and like miss the buzz of the city once
I
it's over?
yeah, once it's over, like you try to stay in that creative like spirit and state of mind, but a lot of us are going back to the hustle and grind of our everyday lives. And for me, like creativity is something that I ideally would love to pursue full time, but the truth is that I am in hospitality and I do a lot of event work, and that's how I make most of my living. And so like yeah, it's so inspiring when Art Basel comes around, but then like a couple weeks later I notice that I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. I was gonna
You
make
do
a
that one
painting, or
project.
yeah, like I was gonna do a photo shoot. And
Oh.
I feel like this year it's gone a little bit farther for me because I really stepped out of my element and beyond to connect with people for example, the photo walk, I was this close of not going because I was getting off work, I was tired, and I was like, I had forgotten my camera, and then I was like, I'm gonna be in traffic, I might as well just stay home. And then I was like, you know what? I have just enough time to get my camera, and this would be like a missed opportunity if I didn't. And, I'm so glad that I didn't. I met you, I met a bunch of other really cool people that are doing the same thing. And it's so inspiring to just be around other people that continue to do it every day as well.
I mean, I think you made a lot of really good points there. Like, I feel like a lot of people kind of find like a bit of the conflict between like kind of doing what they know like is safe and like is going to give results for sure versus like kind of taking the risk. One way I like to think about it is, just like in finance, with great risk, what comes?
Greater reward.
Exactly. So, there's a point in everyone's life that makes it creatively, I guess, where they decide to take that big risk and then everything turns around. So, I believe that time is definitely coming for you
Absolutely.
and for
Thank you.
any of you guys like watching as well. Like, just know that like all of us have these like really incredible creative gifts, styles, and everything. And there is like a group of people, a community out there that appreciates that and want to see that light shine through you. As long as you're true to yourself, like God will make sure everything is taken care of while you pursue, creativity. And yeah, I mean, all things are possible. I'm a true believer of
And I
that.
love that. Being around
Yeah.
people like that and that you truly believe that like is really inspiring to me
Yeah,
also.
that's
So, thank
good.
you.
Yeah. The sun is setting here at the park. There's still plenty of boats and lots of things going on. I feel like the park is coming alive as the sun is setting,
Yes.
right?
Yes. It brings people together.
Yeah, it's bringing
Even people
people
on
to,
jet skis.
right? This is so perfect for people watching. Like I usually come here like to eat breakfast, lunch kind of time,
Hmm.
but not in the evening. So
Oh, it's the best.
but yeah, we have so much more that we could share about Art Basel. You guys, I have all the vlogs coming. I think I'm going to post this before the vlogs. Let's see. I have all the vlogs coming, hopefully, because I haven't even posted all the ones from last year. Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
Last year, girl.
I
You might as well
posted two.
forget about those.
I posted two from last year, like at the beginning of the week, like right before Art Basel started. I was
Like
like,
TBT, Throwback Thursday.
exactly. So, like, this week, I want to sit down and focus. I want to finish posting those like
Okay.
last year's, and then this year's will start rolling in. All kinds of things happen. It was an incredible week. Absolutely epic week. Was it like
Agreed 100%. It was awesome.
it was
Yeah.
definitely awesome. I mean, I think that, yeah, y'all will see. We've given you a little bit of an insight. You'll see when we meet. This girl here, though, we love her. She's here on camera now, but whenever we met, I was trying to vlog with her, and she was like, I don't want to be in front of the camera. I'm camera shy.
I am, and when you posted that you wanted to like have a video chat, I was like, I need to just do it. I need to just put myself out there and like get myself used to being in front of the camera and doing things like this because it's so important like to for your own brand and to keep up with everything that's going on technology wise, social media wise. You have to be in front of the camera, and I'm not used to that, but I'm trying to just do it every day, practice it so that I feel more comfortable.
Yeah, it's one step at a time, right?
Yeah,
I
once.
love that. Final thoughts you'd like to share or something to talk
Wow.
about?
Stay creative.
Stay creative. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like this video if you haven't already. If you haven't subscribed, what are you doing?
What are you
I'm
doing?
gonna assume that you're hitting the subscribe button right now. So welcome to the family. My life is Jessio. And drop a comment. Let us know your thoughts about anything that we're discussing, and let us know how your Art Basel was as well. And we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.